Okay, problem solving on energy flow. Problem number 1. Consider the water flowing through the converging channel as shown and discharging freely to the atmosphere at the exit. What is the gauge pressure at the inlet? Assume the flow to be incompressible and neglect any frictional effects. So since the assumption natin is incompressible, yung flowing fluid natin dito sa channel na to, we will use the Bernoulli's equation para makuha yung gauge pressure at the inlet. So yung tinatanong at the entrance. So given yung diameter 1, velocity 1, diameter 2, pressure 2, ang tinatanong is pressure 1. Kaya lang dapat yung sagot natin naka-gauge pressure. Okay, analyze natin. Okay, so ito yung given natin. Tinatanong is P1. Okay, using Bernoulli's equation, sabi dun sa Bernoulli, energy at any point dito sa ating flowing fluid is the same. So, ibig sabihin yung energy sa point 1 should be the same sa energy at point 2. Okay, so pag sinabing Bernoulli, meron tayong tatlong head. Okay, yung pressure, velocity, and elevation head. So, ito yung working solution natin. Pressure head, velocity head, and then elevation head. Now, since yung flow natin is horizontal, we can conclude na yung Z1 is equivalent sa Z2. So, cancelled out na lang natin yan. Kasi horizontal yung flow. Okay? Now, how about velocity 1? Meron tayong data para sa velocity 1. Okay? Okay, gamma ng tubig. Constant naman yan, so walang problema. Okay? Pressure 1 yung tinatanong. So, ito yung isa-solve. Okay, pressure 2 is given. Okay, gamma constant, gravity constant. So, ang kulang lang talaga is velocity 2. Now, para makuha natin yung velocity, okay, gamitin natin yung formula na for incompressible fluid, volume flow rate is constant. So, Q1 equivalent sa Q2. Now, na-derive na natin yan kanina na ang formula natin para makuha yung ating Q is D1 squared velocity 1 equivalent sa D2 squared velocity 2. So, ito yung QAV, area times velocity. So, based on our discussion kanina, yung area is pi over 4 D squared. Cancelled out lang yung parehas na pi over 4. So, pwede na tayo mag-substitute dito. So, diameter 1 is given. Okay, that is 150 millimeter. Okay, wala namang problema kung millimeter yung ilalagay nating unit. Kasi magka-cancelled out lang din naman yan eventually. Okay, velocity 1 is 1.2 meters per second. Okay, diameter 2 is 75 millimeter squared, and then you have your velocity 2. So, mabilis lang makuha yung velocity 2. Okay, calculator na lang yan. So, you have 150 squared, and then you have 1.2. Equivalent yan sa 75 squared, and then yung velocity 2. Okay, shift solve, lumalabas ang ating velocity 2 is 4.8 meters per second. Okay, so since meron na tayong velocity 2, okay, substitution na lang yan. By the way, ano yung ilalagay nating P2? Okay, since ang tinatanong is kilopascal gauge, ang ilalagay nating P2 is kilopascal gauge as well. Okay, yung pressure dito, pag ang nilagay mo absolute, ang lalabas na sagot absolute. So kung absolute pressure ilagay niyo dyan, walang problema. Kaya lang yung sagot niyo sa P1 will be absolute. Since ang tinatanong gauge, i-consider na natin to agad na gauge. Again, based on our discussion dati sa thermodynamics, ang 1 atm ilang gauge? Okay, hopefully naalala, ang 1 atm, pag tinatanong na gauge, that is 0 gauge. So, i-consider mo lang din to na 0. Okay, pwede nga natin i-cancel out yan para mas mabilis. Okay, cancel out na lang din natin. Okay, so, direct sub, ito yung nawawala. Okay, makukuha natin yung hinahanap. So, you have pressure 1. Okay, all over. Ang gamma ng tubig is 9.81. Hindi na ako maglalagay ng unit. considering SI units, okay na yan. Plus, velocity 1, that should be 1.2 squared twice ng gravity is equivalent sa velocity 2, 4.8 squared twice ng gravity. Mixi lang yung Bernoulli's equation natin kasi marami naman nag-cancelled out. So, wala tayong Z1, Z2, wala tayong pressure head. So, one unknown, one equation, makuha natin yung P1. Again, pag ang nilagay sa P2, gauge pressure, ang lalabas na sagot sa P1, gauge pressure. Pag nilagay sa P2 is at absolute pressure, ang lalabas na sagot dito, absolute pressure. Substitution tayo. So, we have alpha x over 9.81 plus 1.2 squared all over 2, 9.81. Equivalent sa 4.8 squared all over 2 multiplied sa 9.81. This is one unknown, one equation. Shift solve, makukuha natin yung pressure 1. So, lumalabas, mathematically speaking, na yung pressure 1 is equivalent sa 10.8 kilopascal gauge. So, pressure 1 is 10.8 kilopascal gauge. Okay. Now, ipakita ko lang na kung sakaling hindi nyo to siniro, kunyari hindi nyo siniro yung P2, maglalagay kayo dito ng atmospheric na 101.325. Sa yung iba, isipin nila ang 1 atm, 101.325 kilopascal. So kung ilalagay ko dito 101.325, so naglagay ako ng value sa P2, i-divide ko siya ng 9.81, pwede rin yung ganitong solution. Naglagay ka ng value ng P2. Kaya lang, since naglagay ka dito ng 1 atm, ang lalabas na sagot dito, absolute pressure. So, kapag nilagyan mo to ng value, yung P2, ang lalabas na sagot, 112.125 kilopascal absolute. Kaya ang tinatanong, gauge pressure. So, ang gagawin mo sa absolute, babawasan mo ng atmospheric para lumabas yung gauge. So, kung ganun yung gagawin yung approach, tumagal lang yung solution, pero you will get the same answer. 10.8 kilopascal gauge. So, since gauge tayo, I'm recommending na diretso nyo na 0 yung 1 atm. This is problem number 1. Additional concepts sa ating fluids. So, how about force in pressure and impulse? So, if may given na pressure tsaka impulse, pwede tayong tanongin ng force. Ang formula is quite simple. Alam natin na ang pressure is force over area. So, pag tinanong ako ng force due to pressure, ang gagawin ko lang, pressure, multiply ko lang sa area. So, simple lang yung force due to pressure. So pressure times area. Now, how about sa impulse? So, for impulse, recall tayo ng formula. Impulse is equivalent sa momentum. Ang formula ng impulse is force multiply sa time. Ang momentum is mass multiply sa velocity. So, yung time, pwede nating ibaba dito sa mass. And then, yung mass over time, ang tawag doon, mass flow rate. Another formula ng mass flow rate, pwede siyang palitan ng alin? Rho AV. So, alam natin na ang mass flow rate is rho AV. So, ang formula ng force due to impulse is mass flow rate multiply sa velocity. Or, palitan mo yung mass flow rate ng rho AV. So, another formula is rho AV squared. So, kung nakakalimutan yung mga final formula, you can derive it from the basic formula dati. So from time to time, pwede rin tayong mag-derive. Pero kung makakabisado nyo agad yung mga final formula, much better. Try natin mag-solve. Problem number 2. Given the following Venturi meter and 2 pressure shown, calculate the mass flow rate of water in this circular pipe. So again, ang given sa atin is a figure. So meron tayong point A tsaka point B. Given yung pressure A na 200 kilopascal, diameter A, 0.3 meters. A pressure sa point B is 150 kilopascal. Diameter sa point B is 0.1 meters. Ang tinatanong is mass flow rate. Okay. Alam natin na ang mass flow rate, ang formula, rho AV. And then yung AV is volume flow rate, QAV. So mathematically speaking, ang mass flow rate pala, pwede siya ma-solve using rho multiply sa volume flow rate. So ito yung magiging working formula natin. Okay, density ng tubig is constant. Okay, wala tayong problema doon. Ang kailangan na lang makuha is the volume flow rate. To get the volume flow rate, dun ulit papasok yung Bernoulli's equation. Kasi we will assume this is incompressible fluid. Okay, yung energy sa point A should be the same sa energy sa point B. Apply Bernoulli's equation, makukuha nyo yung Q. Pag nakuha yung Q, makukuha na rin yung mass flow rate. Isa-isay natin. Okay, so this is water from point A pupunta sa point B. Okay, ito yung ating Bernoulli's equation. So you have the pressure head, velocity head, elevation head at point A. Pressure head, velocity head, elevation head sa point B. Okay, by observation, kita naman na yung flow natin is horizontal. Ibig sabihin, yung ZA, okay, gawin lang natin itong A, saka yung ZB is the same. Okay, so mag-cancel out lang to. Kasi horizontal naman sila. Okay. Next. Now, how about, para mas mapadali yung solution natin, pwede nating i-transpose yung a pressure head from the left side pupunta sa right side of the equation. And then yung velocity head, lilipat din natin sa kabilang side. So, transposition lang. So, transpose ko dito, tapos transpose natin dyan. So, since parehas naman sila na gamma, okay, pagsamahin na lang natin, and then yung 2G, same lang din naman sa velocity. So, by transposition, magiging ganito yung solution natin. Okay, meron tayong pressure B, meron tayong pressure A, gamma is constant. Okay, ang velocity, hindi given. Pero diniscuss natin kanina na ang velocity pwede ma-solve using a 4Q over pi d squared. So, in this way, makukuha natin yung volume flow rate. Okay, substitute tayo. So, you have 0. Okay, equivalent sa, ang pressure sa point B is 150 kilopascal. Okay, ang pressure sa point A is 200. Ang gamma ng tubig is 9.81. Plus, okay, doon tayo sa velocity B. So, kung gusto nyo makuha yung velocity B, ang ilagay nyo dito, diameter ni B. So, yung Q, constant naman yun. So, 4Q over pi, ang diameter ni B is 0.1. So, this is 0.1 squared. Okay, naka-squared pa yan. Minus A. Para makuha ko yung velocity ni A, ang ilagay ko dito is diameter ni A. So, you have 4Q pi, ang diameter ni A is equivalent sa 0.3. So, this is 0.3 A squared. Tapos, overall, naka-squared pa rin yan. Okay, all over 2G. Kaya, gravity is 9.81. Okay. Since meron tayong calculator, okay, hindi naman natin yan, dito tayo mahihirapan to get yung Q. This is one unknown, one equation. Si calcu na bahala dyan. So, let's use our calcu. So, 0. Okay, this is 150 less 200 all over 9.81 plus, okay, you have 4Q. So, nawawala yung volume flow rate. So, represent kayo sa X. Pi. Diameter sa B is 0.1. Okay, squared. Okay, close parenthesis and then may squared pa dito. minus velocity sa A is 4Q all over pi d squared. So you have 0.3 squared. Okay, close parenthesis and then squared all over 2G. Okay, one unknown, one equation. Shift solve tayo. Makukuha natin yung volume flow rate. So ang volume flow rate natin is equivalent sa 0.079. Okay, volume flow rate yan, meter cube per second. Since nakuha na natin yung Q, okay, density is constant, finally makuha na natin yung tinatanong na mass flow rate. Okay, so substitution na lang. So mass flow rate is equivalent sa Q or density. Ang density ng tubig is 1,000. Ang unit noon is kilogram per cubic meter. I-multiply ko ng ating volume flow rate na 0.079. Ang unit naman yon is meter cube per second. So kung maglalagay ka ng unit analysis, makikita naman natin na ang final answer should be kilogram per second. So times 1,000 na lang dito. So the answer should be 79 kilogram per second. So solve at masasolve yung problem, okay, wag lang mawala sa Bernoulli's equation and then substitute lang ng tama. 79.029 kilogram per second. So again, this is problem number 2. Okay, power in kinetic energy. Okay, mag-derive tayo ng formula para pwede natin siya gamitin ng paulit-ulit. Okay, using energy balance, okay, ang power in kinetic energy is this. Okay, equate nyo lang yung dalawa. So, power, equate nyo lang sa kinetic energy. Since ang definition ng power is energy per time, ang gagawin nyo sa kinetic energy, divide nyo ng time. Alam natin na ang kinetic energy is 1/2 mv squared. Pag dinivide natin ng time yung mass, ang tawag na doon should be mass flow rate. So para makuha yung power in kinetic energy, ang formula is 1/2 mv squared. Yung mass dito is mass flow rate. Now, na-discuss natin ang mass flow rate, another formula noon is rho AV. So pag pinalitan natin to ng rho AV, okay, magiging ganito yung final formula. So 1/2 rho AV multiply sa velocity squared. So, velocity ito, tas velocity squared yan, pag pinagsama natin should be velocity cube. So, ito na yung ating working solution. Pag naglagay tayo ng SI units, ang lalabas na sagot is watts. Okay, so, pakikabisado, direct sub, 1/2 rho AV cube. Okay, sample problem. Number 3. If the velocity of flow is 75 millimeter, diameter fire hose is 0.5 meters per second, what is the velocity in a 25 millimeter diameter jet issuing from a nozzle attached at the end of the pipe? Compute also for the power available. So, dalawa yung tinatanong. Ano daw yung velocity paglabas dun sa nozzle? Okay, and ano daw yung power available dun sa nozzle? Now, yung 75 millimeter, ito yung diameter 1. 0.5 meters per second, ito yung velocity 1. 25 millimeter diameter, ito yung sa outside, ito yung diameter 2. So, tatlo lang yung given. Diameter 1, velocity 1, diameter 2. Ang tinatanong dalawa, ano yung velocity outside? Okay, dun sa nozzle, paglabas sa nozzle, velocity 2, and yung power developed in terms of watts. Okay, so na-discuss na natin yung formula. Apply lang natin. Okay, so we isolate the given. Para makuha natin yung velocity 2 using Q1 equivalent sa Q2. Ang formula ng Q is area multiply sa velocity. Ang formula ng area, pi over 4 d squared. So magka-cancel out lang yung pi over 4. So ang matitira lang is d squared. So d squared V1 is the same sa d squared V2. Okay, substitution. Again, pag nag-substitute kayo ng unit dito, wala namang problema kung millimeter. Magka-cancel out lang naman yan. So you have diameter 1. Okay, that is 75 millimeter. Okay, squared. Velocity 1 is 0.5 meters per second. Okay, is equivalent sa diameter 2, 25 millimeter. A squared, and then yung velocity 2 yung tinatanong. So, cancelled out na yung millimeter na yan. Walang problema dyan. And then, yung lalabas na unit sa velocity 2 is meters per second to be consistent. Okay. So, calculate 75 squared. This is 0.5 is equivalent sa 25 squared and then velocity 2. Shift solve, makukuha natin yung velocity 2. So, ang velocity 2 is equivalent sa 4.5 meters per second. Now, para naman sa additional question, yung power, using the derived formula, makukuha natin yung outlet. So, ang gagamiting velocity sa outlet, V2. So, na-discuss na natin to. So, formula ng power in terms of kinetic energy, 1/2 rho AV. So, since outlet tayo, ang gamiting area is A2, yung velocity, V2. Okay? So, again, yung area 2 natin, A is area ng bilog. So, pi over 4, diameter 2 squared. Kaya, substitution. So, we have A para sa power sa jet. Power ng jet is equivalent sa 1/2. Okay, this is water. So, ang density ng tubig is 1,000. Okay, ang unit is kilogram per cubic meter. Okay, area, bilog. So, you have pi over 4. Okay, ang diameter natin is 25. That is millimeter. So, kailangan ko meters. So, i-divide lang natin yan ng 1,000. Okay, divide ko lang siya ng 1,000. Yung 1,000 is conversion lang yon para maging meters. Okay. Squared. Okay, and then velocity 2 is 4.5. Okay, this is cube. Okay, so ang unit dito is meter squared. Ang unit dito should be meter cube per second cube. So, pag nag-simplify tayo, magka-cancel out lang yung meter cube. Ang matitirang unit is kilogram. Okay. And then, yung meter squared, pwede natin paghiwalayin yan. So, magiging meter, tapos meter. Okay. And then, yung second cube, pwede nating i-breakdown yan papuntang second squared, tapos second. Okay. So, kung tinitingnan nyo yung unit analysis, ang ibig sabihin ng kilogram meter per second squared is Newton. Okay, so yung part na to, this is defined as Newton. So mangyari, Newton meter per second. Ang ibig sabihin ng Newton meter is Joule. So this is Joule per second. Ang Joule per second is watts. So pinakita ko lang yung unit analysis. Okay, pero kung lagi tayo nagsosolve, makakabisado rin natin. Okay, magiging komportable tayo na pag nag-substitute ng units, what's yung lalabas dito. Okay, anyway, let's press our calculus. So this is 1/2. Density ng tubig is 1,000. Okay, ang area ng bilog is pi over 4. Okay, yung diameter dapat naka-meters. So 25 over 1,000 para maging meters. So you have a squared, so pi over 4d squared, and then you have the velocity naka-cube. Ayan. So, press equal sign, makukuha natin yung sagot. So, instantly, we have our final answer na 22.36365 watts. Okay, so that's it. So, kabisaduhin yung formula. Okay, in the end, pag kailangan mag-unit analysis, analyze, substitute the units. So again, this is problem number 3.